This is just a continuation of the Obamacare from the last video. Obamacare frustrates me to the point of sadness, really. Um, I'm glad that government tried to actually do something, but I believe too many people have too much confidence in the ability of government fixing things, doing stuff for the people. Um, it's there's always going to be stories about people paying more for coverage, um, and there's cherry picking. There's always cherry picking, right? You're gonna have one side that's going to cherry pick to support their beliefs, and same on the other side, and so on and so forth. Um, Obamacare is going to screw, in my belief, from the things that I know. I believe Obamacare is going to cause um, a, a chain of effect that's going to be detrimental to the United States in terms of economic, um, likely jobs, welfare of the people. It's like you still have private insurance companies taking care of these people's policies. You got government dictating that policy has to cover certain things. And you would think that these certain things that have to be covered would be related to if you're male or female. And I'm sure we've all heard of it. But why do males need to get cover for maternity? There's there's no real reason for that coverage. Maybe to get additional funds to pay for females that are of age to have children. And that is the problem. This is the problem of the end product of Obamacare. Is it is a big form of socialism. It just is. I think the direction that we're going in with Obamacare, very bad. I've always had the belief that people should be able to have access to affordable health care no matter how much money they make. And it's simple as that. Why can you go to Cuba, and get $1 worth of asthma medication, yet in the US, how much does it cost? There's going to be a very big difference. These are the problems that I think about, is how can we go from 50 years ago to having affordable health care for pretty much anybody to the point where it's not really an option. In the State of the Union address, Obama mentioned how some mother was able to afford asthma medication for her daughter for the first time. And the first thought that came to my mind was, it's 2014. We can build the biggest buildings. We can create the most elaborate technologies. We have the most wealthiest, apparently, the wealthiest country in the world. And she, for the first time, can afford medication for asthma for her daughter. I wasn't happy for the mother to finally afford it. I was sad that she couldn't afford it before. That is a stupid problem to have. And my whole concept on fixing the problem is identifying why it costs so damn much for basic services. Why? Why does it cost so much for medication, cancer treatments? I can understand when you have a private company that will not accept someone for pre-existing conditions. My simple solution is have those people go on a government program for that specific coverage. So if you got cancer, you lost your insurance, the government can provide that treatment for you. I don't think anyone should be able to go out with healthcare, at least access to affordable healthcare. You should be able to go down to the street, go to your local hospital. Got a broken arm? Not a problem. How much do you make? $30,000 a year. Yeah, not a problem. If you're looking at $50 for a broken arm, how long does it take to actually set your arm? Set a broken bone. I had a couple bones broken in my body before. Didn't take long. Went X-ray. Some pain injections. Set your arm, or set the bone. Wrap it. You've done in what? An hour? 2? This is a serious problem, and I believe that it's going to cause a big, big problem. And I don't believe people as a whole want to accept that. They may not be happy with it. I think they're starting to figure out that Obamacare is not what they were told it was going to be. And I'm quite curious how they're going to get around the problem of not enough young people are in the system. I think there's going to be a lot of problems with this. People are going to die when that don't need to die. People not getting the treatment that they need when it's available and cheap. It's actually cheap for the medication. There's no reason why it needs to be as expensive as it is. Yet it's unaffordable, or insurance companies will cover it, or people lost their coverage, so they have no options. They'd rather die than put a financial burden on their families, and that to me is unacceptable. These are simple problems that can be fixed. I'm quite curious how this is going to turn out. We're at a point in history where we have the internet that's going to keep track of everything. We can look back, research. Hopefully it's not blacklisted or removed. But we can start seeing patterns, and hopefully the people will become more educated with easier access to this information. And people eat this stuff up. They just, my personality is it's obvious. Is an obvious train wreck, and I just get really bummed to watch people eat this up. And I might be wrong. I'm always open to having my mind changed. But with what I know now, that's my opinion. And it might change in a year. We may find that Obamacare does really well, and somehow they figure out a way to fix the problem of not having enough young people in the program. My guess they'll have a quantitative easing for Obamacare, and the can's going to be kicked down the road again. Or they're going to force people, young people, to get involved in Obamacare. Time will tell. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you very much, and I will rant again another day.